Imagine, imagine you are driving a bike. Suddenly there is a jerk and you fall down. As you raise your head, what do you find? A few of people giggling at you, some taking a video, and some at the far end pitying your situation. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a man comes, comforts you, picks up your bike, asks for a water. That really soothes your nerves. Experience this sometime? If no, don't worry. That's not a great situation to be in. Imagine one more situation. You get up into a crowded train at the peak hours, somehow managing to balance yourself. And you see in front of you a very old person. You feel bad, but you cannot do anything. Suddenly, a man raises up from his seat, offers his seat to the old person. The old person smiles, says a thank you. Again, a very common situation in Mumbai trains. You must have seen this, experienced this. What is the similarity? Similarity between the two people whom I am talking about. The one who came and took up the bike and the person, and the other who offered the seat were unknown to the victim of the situation. These are people whom I call as socially responsible individuals. And that takes me to the theme that I'm going to discuss, introduce individual social responsibility, or the ISR. I'm sure you must have heard a very similar term like CSR, the corporate social responsibility. If I touch upon CSR, I would like to share this information with everyone that in 2021-22, the data which has been put up in the MCA website suggests that almost 25,000 companies in India were CSR eligible, and not less than 25,000 crores of rupees has been spent for social welfare. Now, you all might have been put into a question. 25,000 crores, a mind boggling figure. We have hardly experienced something at the ground level. Let me tell you that the missing link somewhere is the ISR I am talking about. The next question that may pop up in your mind may be, who is this ISR? Where does he exist? Is he even there in our society? So let me tell you with a very strong affirmation that yes, ISR exists between you and me. They are definitely a part of our society. So what qualities does an ISR carry with himself? An ISR carries various good qualities. One, of empathy. He understands the pain of the person. Remember the example, and you will feel that yes, the person who came running to pick up the bike, or the person who just rose from his seat, felt empathetic about the other person. He is a person who has very less wants in his life, and he is generally happy. Now you think in your mind, you might have find so many people in your life, in your family, in your society who exist this way. ISRs are definitely very clear, clarity minded people, and they exist for the society. To talk about more about ISRs, I take some two, three very classic examples. The one which I would definitely like to emphasize and talk about is Bhauri Devi. Bhauri Devi was a social worker from the state of Rajasthan. And I'm talking about the year 1980s. She used to work for one very important cause, and that was against child marriages. She herself was a victim because she actually was married at the age of 5 or 6 to a 8 or 9 year old boy. To stop the evil, she took steps and was successful in preventing some child marriages. But those days, her fight was against people of the society who did not accept her. To teach her a lesson, those people raped her, physically tortured her, and the government machinery did not support the cause of Bhauri Devi. She felt miserable. However, as we all know that if there are something bad happening, there is something good happening. An NGO, Vishaka NGO, took up the case of Bhauri Devi. And in the year 1997, the famous Supreme Court verdict, which is commonly called as Vishaka case NGO, was delivered by Supreme Court. This, over a period of time, became something very important for today's women at workplace, called as the POSH Act, Prevention of Sexual Harassment at Workplace. So Bhauri Devi had a great contribution to this POSH Act, and I would say that she was one selfless person who actually sacrificed herself for empowering thousands and lakhs of women at workplace. So huge round of applause for one ISR that I shared with you. Another case that definitely which comes to my mind and I would like to rather proudly say here is that a boy from Kalyan who goes to a Sobo college, that is a college in South Bombay, always gets to hear these things very commonly. Where is Kalyan? Kalyan is a rural place. Kalyan, what happens? Do people exist? Now, this is so bad feeling for that boy who has gone from Kalyan to that place. Now, when insult happens, what do you do? We either react. We react through words. We react through actions. Or we nurture our pain. We nurture our pain and do something so beautiful that those people who actually insulted feel bad that they have insulted. The boy I am talking is none other than the organizer of this TEDxRambaug, Mr. Shubham Minde, who launched this TEDxRambaug just to put Kalyan into the map of the world. Isn't it beautiful? Don't we speakers who are local get such beautiful opportunities wherein we can share in our thoughts so expressly? So these ISRs are existing in our society to a great extent. There are many countless ISRs which do exist in our own society. As I talk now, I know a particular group of people who definitely have gone to the rurals of Murbad and are distributing educational kits to children over that place. There are people who work day in and day night for arranging for blood. There are people who are doing fort conservation, marine conservation. Every area is definitely having some contribution by these ISRs. Let me share this you, my dear friends. In my accounting language, I always say a balance sheet is always tallied. If in this modern world there are people who are doing wrong, there are ISRs who are doing very good for the society. These ISRs carry some very beautiful qualities which I would definitely add, and one of them is in the form of awareness. And let me say, each one of you carry this character. If you are driving a car and suddenly you listen to a siren of ambulance, suddenly nobody teaches you, but you take your car to the left, slow down and let the car pass by or ambulance pass by. You are caring for the person who is suffering inside that ambulance. Is that not an activity of ISR? You are, definitely, each one of you. But in daily lives, sometimes it gets compromised. I would definitely like to add that awareness is a key aspect. Sometimes not doing anything is also an activity of ISR. To illustrate, if a person who is walking beside you, who is sitting beside you, suddenly collapses. If you are trained in CPR, you know what is happening, you are a doctor, definitely you should attend. But if you don't know, it's better that you back off. Give some air to the person. Take actions that no crowd is there, no video shooting is happening. That is important. And the root cause why a person becomes an ISR is manifestation. He manifests so to such an extent that he is ready to give ahuti of his life for this particular happiness of the society. When we talk about manifestation, what is manifestation? Manifestation is ideation, creating an idea, execution, and the best part is failing. That idea fails. So what does he do? Does he stop there? No. He moves ahead. He creates a better idea. He understands why did he fail and then again puts it up. Every time, remember that he tries and tries. And then after many years, he realizes that, yes, why I am here for, what is the purpose of my life? So at personal level, I definitely feel that one thing we all as individuals can do, should do in the future is appreciate. Dale Carnegie in his book has mentioned that genuine appreciation is the best appreciation. So if you find an ISR, I tell you, whichever organization you are working for, whatever you are doing, you can appreciate. Thank you so much. Have a great day.